here we go. It's that time again, and it honestly doesn't feel like that long since it was the last time we got a collaboration. What, the ReZero one was only a couple of weeks, maybe a month or two ago, but man, only just around the corner, and we have another collab getting the Rising of the Shield Hero. Now, the leaks, all that kind of stuff, they made it pretty obvious it was going to be Rising of the Shield Hero, although I still really wanted that to be Fate, but that's right, with how some of these units are looking, and I mean, this is definitely my favorite part of Grand Cross. At this point, all of the collabs are so well done, and they make the characters so strong and fun to use. Man, it is just absolutely wonderful. But here we have all of the characters. We also have all of the translations for these characters as well. So starting off with Naofumi, reading his passive, when the hero takes a stance at the start of battle, increases allies' basic attack by 30% of the hero's defense. When the hero takes damage from enemy skills on enemy turn, applies 1 Proof of Wrath on hero, up to a maximum of 6 times. For every Proof of Wrath, increases hero's all target skill damage by 35%. His first card assumes a stance which taunts enemies and increases defense related stats by 80%, removes all debuffs on the hero, and only 1 debuff can be on the hero. Then the second card inflicts damage equal to 275% of defense on all enemies, applies Curse for 2 turns. Curse being prevents ultimate move gauge from filling up for 2 turns on enemies who did not use a skill. Definitely going to be one of those characters where you end up building the full defense set, which is really nice since the only other character we have that actually has that kind of kit is the blue Tarmiel. Having a look at his ultimate, I'll just read the max one. Decrease all stats of one enemy by 30% for 2 turns, inflicts wrath damage equal to 720% of defense on the enemy. Now, we do also have all of the translations for the Holy Relics as well. I'll probably get into that sometime after we look at all of the characters' kits, but we have Raftalia. At the start of battle, increase all allies max HP by 300% of hero's defense. If all allies participating in battle are of the same attribute, reduces allies' damage taken by 30%. Wow, I can see a team with this Raftalia, the Naofumi, and the blue Tarmiel be absolutely just a full defense team. Could be super fun. Her first card inflicts flood damage equal to 500% of defense on one enemy, and her second card inflicts sever damage equal to 425% of defense on all enemies. Another full defense unit. Her ultimate, increase basic stats by 30% for 3 turns, inflicts damage equal to 320% of defense on all enemies. And going over the Philo passive, when ally damages enemies with skills, for every debuff on the enemy, it nullifies 8% of crit resistance and crit defense. If there are 5 or more debuffs on the enemy, increases the hero's single target attack damage excluding the ultimate by 60%. Limit 5 times for the crit resistance and crit defense decrease. Her first card inflicts weak point damage to 185% of attack on all enemies, and the second card is the Elizabeth stun. Cancels stances on one enemy and inflicts damage equal to 250% of attack, then stuns for 2 turns. Once again, just reading the max ultimate. Decreases all enemies' HP related stats by 25% for 3 turns, and inflicts damage equal to 945% of attack on one enemy. Really good ultimate, that one there. I think that's the same one as the True Seeker Merlin, if I'm not mistaken. And then this one here, this is our free unit who seems absolutely insane. Although it is only a PvE character, if her passive was to work inside PvP, she would be broken. But the Kizuna, in PvP, if hero damages an enemy on ally's turn, ranks up all hero cards and removes all debuffs from allies. That is crazy broken. Her first card inflicts pierce damage equal to 250% of attack on all enemies, and the second card seems to be the same as the Margaret Breath of Bless, removes debuffs from all allies, increase basic stats by 30%, and grants debuff immunity. Oh no, this must be the Arthur one, the OG Arthur one instead, my bad. And then her ultimate, increase all allies damage dealt by 42% for 2 turns, and inflicts damage on all enemies equal to 600% of attack. So anyways, right after that we have the gacha, so I might as well go ahead and actually show the banner units for you. And yes, this is the banner here. Honestly, so much better than what we've had for any of the previous collaborations. I feel like they kind of use the collaborations as an excuse to give terrible characters in their general pool, because everyone's going to be summoning for the characters anyways. It's literally your only other chance other than the rerun to get these characters, and they're always very sought after character. And with how good they've been making their kits, I don't blame you for wanting to go ahead and summon for them, and they can be some of the people's favorite characters. But I mean, look, Magelda, Sariel, Tarmiel, Ludosil, great picks. Sigurd Freyr is a massive one. Everyone else here is alright. I mean, the Excalibur Arthur is very good, and who knows, some people might not have the Red Roxy. I believe Amazing is still missing the Red Roxy, so unfortunately for myself, all of the characters in the general pool are already 6/6, but Super Awakening is so expensive, so it's not even a bad thing being able to use those for Super Awakening coins. I hope I can get a lot of the main characters, obviously. And yes, typical to all of our other collaborations as well, if you end up getting 3 dupes of a certain character, you'll be able to trade them in for another one. Although I wouldn't really recommend doing this, since putting dupes in the case, if you can get a character 4/6, or I should probably, yeah, if you can get a character 4/6 or choose one of the ones you don't have, I'd probably say it's better to make them 4/6 and instead wait for the rerun and maybe get that character when they return next time around, because once the rerun's done, it's going to be your only chance to get alt levels, unless they maybe give out some way later on in the game to get alt levels up for characters without using their actual coin. Who knows, Netmarble could very well do that. It'll probably be a paid thing in all honesty. And then down to the Holy Relics here. Unfortunately, the Holy Relics look a tad bit different to what they're actually looking here, but we have all the effects anyways. So for Philo, for every debuff on enemies, increases heroes' attack-related stats by 3% up to 15 times. Wow, 15 times. Now Fumi, when the hero hits 0, or his hero HP hits 0, recovers HP by 350% of hero's defense. Limit to 1 time. Another revive character. I'm glad it took him this long to do it and it's through a Holy Relic, but man, with how much of a tank this character's looking to be, now Fumi could be trouble, that's for sure. Raftalia, when an ally assumes a stance, increase damage dealt by allies participating in the battle by 40%. And Kizuna, when the hero skills are ranked up, increase all allies' attack-related stats by 30% for 2 turns. It doesn't say that stacks up to a certain amount of time, so I'm guessing you can kind of lap that up for the 2 turns and keep that one going, but go ahead and move back over to the rest of the stuff. Nightblood moving to the Knighthood boss, moving to Iron Neck, which is, at least I believe that's the easiest one, super good to score points on. We have here all of these will be your usual prices, all that kind of stuff, all of your ticker bundles. Got all of the guaranteed SSR. If you do spend money on the game, obviously the monthly subscription and the Hawk Pass bundle are your best kind of purchases you can make. However, there are 2 bundles on the global site at the moment. This cosmetic upgrade one being one of them. For $32, something like that, that is crazy, crazy good value. They're so hard to get other than that. And there is a Anvil and Hammer bundle, I think for around $60, depending on where you are on prices, all that stuff. They're both very good value if you're looking to spend a bit more money on stuff that isn't, characters, all that kind of stuff. And then other than that, I wouldn't really recommend any of these. These are good value if you're really looking to try and pull these characters. Heading on down, relaxation of conditions for joining knights. The condition of joining knights I'm leaving, yeah, nothing too crazy here. Improve the red display in the character menu. In the character menu, we will improve so the red display will not appear for characters that can be super awakened. That's kind of nice to see. Improved the achievements display. This is really nice as well. I mean, most people have already done this by this point, and I believe they made the missions quite a bit easier from when they initially released, but good to see. If you've gone ahead and done all the level 4 ones, I highly doubt you'll go back and do the other ones. Who knows, maybe you're a completionist really into that kind of stuff. Let's see, added the ability to move the region to boss. Oh, okay, that's kind of nice. We'll go down here. Oh, and I think, is this the 100 gems they're going to be giving out? Because I did see something on the live stream about them giving out 100 gems over the event, so that is really nice. It makes sense with how jam-packed these past couple of weeks have been with new characters, collaborations, Festarossa. It has been wild for Grand Cross, and then, I don't know, some of the dead weeks have been meh, and I really would have liked characters like Chandler to have been just a tad bit better, but well, it is what it is. The original Chandler definitely makes up for it with his Holy Relic. Some of the costumes here, honestly, these 2 are absolutely fire. All of these, none of them really piqued my interest. I feel like this one is almost just a copy of the Thonar costume. We've got a purple one for her. These are all really, really cool. I like this middle one though, kind of like a chocobo outfit. And then, I mean, the clear winner for these 2 costumes down here, but let's see. We do also have these missions. I believe we can go ahead and bring these up. Perfect. So pretty much the same as what you would usually get from the missions when these events kind of come out. And then you can see that is the guaranteed character you get for going ahead and, what was her name again? Kizuna, that's it. So yeah, getting Kizuna for going ahead and doing all of the missions, all that kind of stuff. Scroll on down, we've got our spin wheel, all that kind of stuff. Holy Relics as well, going to be gained the same way they have been throughout all of the collaborations. When the thing actually drops on the global side, or I should say when the collaboration drops on the global side, I will do guides on all of the bosses, how to get all the Holy Relics, their locations, all that kind of jazz. More rewards down here, really nice. It's good that they jam-pack these events with all these rewards, because trying to make gear sets for 4 different characters can be taxing to say the least. More costumes for Naofumi, bunch of different materials. Holy Relics. Is this the... Oh, okay, so this is where to get the Holy Relics. Unfortunately, do not have the translations for this one, but that's alright. having the Labyrinth coming back really sick. Last time around, they gave us a card for this one as well. Didn't seem to get that one. I really hope that comes back sometime in the near future, because, I mean, that was my bad. I had a whole lot going on at that point. Let's see, extra rewards, all that kind of stuff. If you guys want to go ahead and read over these patch notes, all that kind of stuff, link will be in the description, and all of the character kits here, all that kind of stuff, is on the Grand Cross. I'll see if I can bring up the, what's their website? The GC database website. So they do absolutely amazing stuff. They pretty much all of your needs will be on that website, character kits, all that kind of stuff. Collaboration, training materials. Okay, yep. Kind of like what we've been getting all the time with King training independence. More event details. Collaboration login. So you'll be able to choose between Naofumi or one of the newer girls. I don't know why they don't have the other two in here. Seems kind of strange. Hawk Pass. I did go ahead and quickly scan through. Yes, we have another Esterosa costume. So if those of you went ahead and bought the demon costume for Esterosa to getting max cosmetics, he now has even more cosmetics. I do like the wolf costume. Unfortunately, we can't see the actual outfit side of things, but that's really cool. I don't believe we have... No, we have the Freya. We don't have the Thonar one on Global yet, and we are usually just a little bit behind on the Hawk Pass cosmetics just because of the way it works, so might take a little bit for us to get that one. There won't be coming with the actual collaboration update, and other than that, that's pretty much everything in today's patch notes. So by the time this video goes up, probably around 3 days away from having this one drop on the global side of things, but very, very excited to have it. Another collaboration. I cannot believe it came this soon, but there we go. That just about does it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If so, please hit the like button, subscribe. Really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.